Good morning. Namaste. Sit comfortably, relax yourself, gently close your eyes, interlock your fingers, and place your hands in your lap. Cross your feet at the ankles or sit cross legged. Gently bring your attention to the breathing. Follow the breath and take the attention deep inside. Just feel the sensations inside. With every exhale, we are going into deeper and deeper relaxation. With every inhale, all the divine consciousness, divine energies from the divine source are flowing in and filling up the full body and aura. And visualize the aura expanding to the maximum possible extent. Let us imagine we are sitting in our Devi circle with all the Mahadevis. On the left is Mahasaraswati, a little bit to the front, Mother Kuan Yin, right in front of us, Mahakali, to the right, Parvati Ma, and fully to the right, Mahalakshmi. Just imagine that we are receiving all the Mahadevis in the form of divine light and consciousness. Our breathing is perfectly aligned with the breath of the Mahadevis. For a long time, the masculine aspect has become very strong in the world. This is what has created a kind of imbalance in the world. So now it is the time for us to welcome and receive the divine feminine aspect, to bring about a balance. Energy and consciousness doesn't have any gender, but we refer to masculine and feminine just to show the different qualities. The masculine and feminine represents different qualities of energies. Neither is good or bad, neither is right or wrong. It is just different energies which helps us to have all kinds of different experiences. The masculine aspect is where the attention flows more outwards and we are focused more on doing a lot of activity and we feel like we have to work very hard to achieve something. This has helped us to have many varieties of experiences, but too much of anything eventually brings about an imbalance. So, which is why now is the time to turn inwards, turn towards the feminine aspect, and allow this to enter in to bring about a balance. So, the feminine aspect is more about turning inwards, surrendering, just allowing strengthening the intuition, receiving the inner guidance. Trusting in the divine plan and allowing life to return to its natural balance. So let us just relax fully, allow our attention to sink deeper and deeper within and become aware of what is deep inside. Just feel the sensations inside. Then we will begin to notice how suddenly the thoughts arise, and those thoughts will pull our attention outwards. Just notice that sensation and gently turn the attention back inwards. Just be with the breath and notice the gap between the inhale and the exhale, and just notice the silence between the words which I am speaking. That silence is a gap between the words. This also helps us to remain in the present moment, in full awareness, with attention deep inside. Just be with the gap, be with the silence. Just being still and silent will erase so many tendencies, so many vasanas, and gradually the mind, which loves to wander, those thoughts will slow down and the mind will begin to enjoy the stillness and the resting. Since many, many years and since many thousands of lifetimes, We have been training ourselves to focus outwards, focus on doing, so we have to train ourselves to be patient and very gently retrain ourselves to turn attention within, to relax, to allow stop all the doing, the activity, and just become comfortable with being relaxed and alert, aware, attentive. Every time we do this, the more often we do this, all our energies are conserved and they are transformed back into consciousness. So instead of being used up in continuous external activity, it is transformed into consciousness, which begins to deepen as well as expand. All the Mahadevis are nothing but pure divine consciousness and the highest vibration energies. So when we are seated with them, this helps us to very easily, smoothly, effortlessly rise into higher and higher vibration through resonance. We rise into higher vibration more and more of the energies are just transformed into consciousness. Our individual consciousness begins to just dissolve and merge into oneness with the divine consciousness. And we can feel this like a great, vast, expansive silence, spaciousness, stillness, silence. Just be with this, become very comfortable, and let us be in this silence for a while. This is the most powerful thing we can do. Just enjoy this peace and silence for a while. Even the strongest of tendencies, which pulls us outwards, begin to dissolve naturally. It is something like if we put some salt into a glass of water, there's no need for us to do anything. Gradually, it will just dissolve and merge into the water. The water will just look the same. There will be no difference. It's only when we taste it that we will realize, oh my gosh, it is salty. The taste has changed. Only with the direct experience, we will realize that there is some change. So, when our attention is focused outwards, it's like adding salt into the water. For a long time, we have been doing this. So now the water has become so salty that we cannot drink it anymore. We feel like vomiting if we drink this water with so much of salt in it. That is what we experience, like all the difficulties and suffering. Even that is good because that is also an experience. It is teaching us something. We are learning something from it. But now we can make a different choice. We have that power, the ability to make a different choice. It is not necessary to continue to add salt into the water. It's not necessary to remain in that negativity and suffering. All we need to do is Make another choice, pick up another glass of water, and add some sugar into it. So, when we add sugar into it, again, there is no need for us to do anything. That sugar will just dissolve into the water. Again, we cannot see any change, any difference externally. It is only when we drink it that we feel the sweetness and we realize that, oh my gosh, some change has happened. So when we sit with the Mahadevis, it is the one divinity which is appearing in the form of the Mahadevis. So that one divinity is our own higher self, our true self. We can visualize the form of the Mahadevis transforming into a vast, brilliant ocean of light. This is our own true self, our higher self, the vast, infinite awareness. With this knowledge, with this understanding, when we sit with the Mahadevis, this is like adding sugar to the glass of water. So, externally, we cannot see any change, but internally, the transformation is happening. We are filling up with the sweetness. It's only when we drink this water that we realize there's a change. The Mahadevis are the sugar, the sweetness of life. And we are just merging into oneness with this divine sweetness. So externally, we remain the same, but internally, there is a complete transformation. So the pure divine source, which is beyond any taste, is the Parabrahman. It's the pure, formless divinity, vast, infinite, with no qualities, no attributes. But this can take on different qualities when this formless divinity takes on the form of the Mahadevis, Mahadevas, rishis, gurus, angels, archangels, enlightened masters. Then that is like the sweetness of life, the highest vibration energies. One small drop of this lowers its vibration as it goes into lower and lower vibration. This is like adding salt to the water. Then we experience the saltiness of life. All we need to do is to remember that we have a choice in any moment. Just bring attention back to the breath. Just become fully aware of the present moment. Just notice the tendency to pick up some salt and add it to the water. That salt is representing the fear, anger, frustration, irritation. any negative thoughts and emotions, any negative behavior patterns. If we are not alert, awake, if we are not aware within, then knowingly or unknowingly, we add some salt. Then our experience becomes salty, unpleasant. So, if we are in awareness, fully present in this moment, then we can hold back our hand, think for a moment, what do I wish to add into the water, which is representing my daily life. And we can make a choice, even if we have picked up a pinch of salt, we can drop it. Instead, we can pick up a pinch of sugar, which represents all the positive thoughts and emotions, the positive behavior. And we can add this pinch of sugar to the water. This water is our daily life. Just add some sugar into it. The Mahadevis are representing the abundance of sugar available to us, infinite supply, always available, freely available. So when we add this into the glass, externally we may not see any change. The water looks just the same, but the taste has changed. It is filling with more and more sweetness. So during meditation, we are just sitting in awareness, becoming aware. What is my hand picking up? Is it picking up salt and adding to the water? Or is it picking up sugar and adding to the water? we we can make that choice, and this makes all the difference. It's a waste of time blaming someone else or blaming some situation. We can let go of all of those illusions blaming, complaining, judging. All of that is the salt. Any feelings of superior, inferior, right and wrong, good and bad. This adds to the saltiness of life. If we want to, we can continue to taste the saltiness. But if we feel we had enough of it, we can make a different choice. Just add some sugar to the glass. The ego will trouble us. The false identification that I am a separate body, mind, personality. It loves the saltiness. So we can make that choice even if the ego feels hurt. We can just drop that ego and decide to add some sugar into the water. Gradually, that ego will begin to enjoy the sweetness. And that is how that ego, the once temporary separate identity, will just merge into oneness with the Mahadevis, which represents the vast infinite awareness, divinity. So even if we don't know what to do, how to do, how do I stop adding salt? I don't know how to do that. How do I add sugar? I don't know how to do that. Then there is no need to struggle. We are just sitting with the Mahadevis. Let us just be fully surrendered, fully relaxed. and the Mahadevis, which represents the sweetness, the sugar, they will naturally flow into us. They will flow into this glass of water and fill it with sweetness. So just relax, receive, allow, be fully trusting, patient, receive, and just feel the changes externally. The water looks the same. Externally, the daily life looks the same. Externally, the daily work remains the same. But internally, you will taste the difference. Day by day, that saltiness is reducing and disappearing. And day by day, that sweetness is increasing. Just enjoy this process. Enjoy the transformation. Slowly bring attention back to the body. Lift up your hands, touch the face, ears, head, neck, shoulders, arms, front of the body, legs. Press your feet, back of the legs, back. Cover your eyes with your palms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Allow all the changes to settle in. Slowly blink your eyes behind the palms and slowly open your eyes.
Thank you, Mena.
Welcome, Asha. Thank you all for joining in. I'll close the meeting now. Have a wonderful day.